All right, so this is a book with a very catchy name, Warren Buffett. Right, so I really recommend this book for beginners, for those who are studying financial management, financial accounting, to start applying your knowledge into practice. Right. And the book is very important. And what does Warren Buffett look at when he is reading the financial statements, when he is reading income statement? And then the book is very easy to read. Warren Buffett doesn't look at the companies that has a gross profit margin less than 30%. All right, so this is a book with a very catchy name, Warren Buffett and the Interpretation of Financial Statements. Although it was not written by Warren Buffett, the name is very catchy. And I think the name was chosen, and the name of Warren Buffett is written with big letters just to sell the book, right? But if you read the book, you will not feel sorry for your time, right? The book was written by Mary Buffett and David Clark. So for your information, Mary Buffett was daughter-in-law of Warren Buffett for 11 years, and David Clark is a fund manager in Nebraska, Omaha, which means they have been around Warren Buffett for many years, and they basically know how Warren Buffett picks stocks. David Clark, he actually uses the style of Warren Buffett in his fund management. Well, let me go deeper into the book, right? The book is very important and very useful for those who does not really understand those fancy books that usually financial experts suggest. For example, The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. I would say it's very, very hard to read and very hard to understand. So I would not suggest a beginner to start reading about investment from Benjamin Graham's book, because although it's a very good book, it's very hard to understand. So in Intelligent Investor, I myself have read only chapter 8, which is about Mr. Market. Since today's session is not about the Intelligent Investor, I will talk about this book. Well, basically, I will start my explanation from the words of Warren Buffett himself. All right? As you have to understand accounting, and you have to understand the nuances of accounting. It's the language of business, and it's an imperfect language. But unless you are willing to put in the efforts to learn accounting, how to read and interpret financial statements, you really shouldn't select stocks yourself, Warren Buffett. So basically what he's saying is accounting is the language of business, and you really have to understand in order to be able to start picking stocks. Well, in the introduction, he talks about his professor Benjamin Graham and his style of picking stocks. As you know, Benjamin Graham had a very extensive experience in the stock market, and then after having this experience, he came to Columbia University to teach, where he met Warren Buffett, and Warren Buffett was one of his best students, right? And then he offered Warren Buffett to work for his investment company. What Warren Buffett found out about Benjamin Graham's strategy was that Benjamin Graham was picking stocks based on valuation. Basically, he was looking for stocks that were undervalued, had a very low book value. So as Warren Buffett says, those stocks were referred to as cigar butts, meaning this is a cigar that has only one puff of smoke left in it. So basically, he bought stocks that were undervalued, and they would wait until those stocks, those companies went up by 50%, and then they would sell it. Some of the stocks, they went up by 50%, some of them did not. So what Warren Buffett thought about it is, why should we sell stocks when they go up by 50%? Why can't we hold them for a longer time? Maybe they can go up 100%, 200%, or 300%, right? So that's when Warren Buffett basically disagreed with Benjamin Graham and started his own style of investing, where he describes it as finding the durable competitive advantage in companies, meaning he does not find companies that are only undervalued, but he finds those companies that are undervalued at the same time, and they do have some durable competitive advantage. Those companies are competitive among their competitors, and that they have the advantage, and this competitive advantage is durable, meaning it can go forever. One of the examples can be Coca-Cola. So if someone invests some kind of drink today, and you have to choose Coca-Cola or other, so everybody will buy a Coca-Cola, right? Or another example is, let's say, Snickers bars, candy bars, Snickers bars, right? So if someone invents or comes up with a different type of chocolate bar, you're not gonna be looking for the different chocolate bar, even if it's cheaper than Snickers bars, right? So the Snickers bars, they have their durable competitive advantage. So Warren Buffett also explains durable competitive advantage in every single step he explains in this book. For example, he starts off, so basically the authors, they explain every step using Warren Buffett's examples, right? So they talk about balance sheet, and balance sheet itself they describe every single moment of the balance sheet, starting from assets, current assets, cash, inventory, net receivables, and everything, right? So they basically talk about everything. They talk about the income statements, every line of income statement. And what does Warren Buffett look at when he is reading the financial statements, when he's reading income statement? And then the authors talk about the cash flow statement, how Warren Buffett reads the cash flow statement, right? And they explain his style and his different approaches. And the last one, the book talks about the valuing the company with a durable competitive advantage. So basically, the book is very easy to read, and I would really recommend it to those who are taking financial accounting module, or who have already taken financial accounting, financial management. So this is something that students will learn, and they could actually start applying this knowledge right away when they are reading financial statements. And what is also very interesting and useful in this book is that they actually give about Warren Buffett's approach. They talk about his thresholds, right? For example, Warren Buffett doesn't look at the companies that has a gross profit margin less than 30%. Okay, so these are very I think useful examples. And they also talk about some companies that Warren Buffett bought when he was young and has been holding them for more than 60 years. So the book contains 57 chapters, and it's not very long. I would say it's only 190 pages, and it will take you only 2 or 3 days to read it, and you can even read it in one day if you read it with one breath, right? So I really recommend this book for beginners, for those who are studying financial management, financial accounting, to start applying your knowledge into practice and start picking stocks that will benefit you and that you can hold for many years. So thank you very much, and good luck in investments.